This is the Senior League Baseball World Series coming at you live from the JV Red Owens Complex in Easley, South Carolina. Welcome aboard. I'm Matt Schick for this Monday morning affair, an elimination game between South Carolina and Wisconsin. The home team and the host team and Wisconsin, two of the 6 teams from the United States that are here today and here this week competing in the Senior League Baseball World Series. Hawaii off to a 2-0 start. Hawaii took down Wisconsin in their game, and Delaware had the 9-8 win over South Carolina. So this is an elimination game. We got a handful of elimination games coming your way today, beginning with this one, followed by New Zealand and Canada. Again, there are 6 teams on the international side, 6 teams on the United States side. Virginia and Delaware, the team from Accomack County, trying to stave off elimination against the team from Wilmington, Delaware later on today. Here's how the Senior League Baseball World Series works. 12 teams, modified double elimination. Will be double elimination until there are just 4 teams left, 2 on each side, otherwise known as the semifinals. And then we will be single elimination. We're on a conventional field size here at the J.B. Owens Sports Complex. We'll introduce you to the teams and have first pitch next. Welcome back to Easley, South Carolina. Cam Broderick going to get the start today in this elimination game for this team from Wisconsin, the Central Region champs. The 16-year-old right-hander. Been the number 2 starting pitcher for this Wisconsin team throughout the season and throughout the postseason. And this is the lineup that he will face. Chip Jenkins is about to lead us off. South Carolina came up just short in their comeback win 2 nights ago, Saturday night against Delaware. Trailed 8-0 in that game. And came up just short 9-8. And we'll see if there's any of that late game momentum from Saturday night carries over into Monday morning in this elimination game. Which pitch is in there for a ball. These are 2 teams that are trying to erase the memory of their last game. South Carolina and Wisconsin each committed 4 errors in the field. Chip Jenkins, the leadoff batter for South Carolina, committed 3 of them in the first inning for the host team. That one just a tad inside. A 3-1. A 3-2 from Broderick. Just high for a walk. When you look at these two teams, South Carolina and Wisconsin, and their first games that put them into this elimination bracket, it's South Carolina and Wisconsin. Wisconsin just mustering 3 hits, both teams with 4 errors. And Wisconsin in that game was just 3 for 19 at the plate. A 158. Jenkins going. There will be no throw as Mario De La Rosa unable to handle that. And Jenkins with the stolen base. Talking to Wisconsin coach Jerry Schmidt before the game, saying he's trying to eject all of the memories from that first game. Christopher Mann lofts that one to center. Callahan has it for out number 1. Said we're going with Cam Broderick today. 3/4 arm slot. Slider that can be hard to pick up. Said you'll know in the first couple of batters if he's on today. Well, through the first 2 batters, got a walk and a fly out, so hard to draw too many conclusions from that. Gavin Harvey, ground ball to short. Severson up with it, 2 away. Jenkins over to third, and that'll bring up Matthew Dixon, South Carolina.
First baseman, number 9, Matthew Dixon.
Dixon went 0 for 5 Saturday night in the loss to Delaware. All out, gets away from De La Rosa. Whistles back there to gather it, 2-0. Talking to the guys for Wisconsin, Broderick and De La Rosa work really well together. Very comfortable with one another. Dixon sends that one to left, and a little leaper for Aiden Cranley for out number 3. A mini adventure there in left field in the top of the first, but no harm done. No score. We head to the bottom of the first. We're here in Easley, South Carolina.
Pitching out for Broderick is 12-1-2.
On the top of the first, Aiden Cranley. They don't ask you to draw a picture, just what it was in the box score. It's an out. It's an F7, and gets a little sigh of relief. Pat on the back, saying, "Oof, oof, oof, oof." Could have been on the not top 10. Here on ESPN Plus, South Carolina, Wisconsin, here in the bottom of the first. Steve Callahan leading off for Wisconsin, and your pitcher for South Carolina is Tanner Tucker. Got to be on the all-name team for this week. One of two left-handers here on this team for South Carolina. The 1-0. Callahan gets into that one to deep left. Christopher Mann going back, tracks it, and a little slide for style points, one away.
Now batting shortstop, number 17, Henry
Callahan
Severson.
makes the catch. Excuse me, Mann makes the catch and gets the uniform a little dirty. Creating some laundry for somebody out there. Probably not him. Bring up Henry Severson, who was the starting pitcher in the loss to Hawaii on Saturday. Didn't really have his stuff on the mound with 2 innings. Gave up 6 runs, but only 2 of them were earned. As we mentioned, 4 errors in the game for Wisconsin, the 2-0. Here's a look at Wisconsin's lineup. Coach Jerry Schmidt saying, you know, we can play better. We will play better, and we hope that that was the floor on Saturday. You got to hit the floor in order to bounce up, and he hopes for a good bounce-back performance today. Swinging a miss, 2-2. He said, bottom line, we can talk about errors all day long, but Coach Schmidt's saying we've got to get more than 3 hits. That's all they were able to muster against Hawaii. Out hit 12-3, and that is a fantastic Hawaii team. Even Coach Schmidt saying fundamentally they're just very solid, and we tried to mimic them, but came up short. 14-1 run rule defeat. The 2-2. Severson pops that one up on the infield. Jenkins calling it. Bryson cutting him off. 2 away.
Now batting first baseman, number 22, Jacob Carney.
Carney didn't get any at-bats game on Saturday. There, ground ball to first. That ball eats up Matthew Dixon, and Carney will be safe. We'll put an error on the first baseman there. Tough hop. Certainly a play that can be made, and that'll bring up Dario De La Rosa.
Now batting catcher, number 24, Dario De La Rosa.
That Carney was 1 for 2 yesterday, and now he reaches here on an error. Dario De La Rosa, 0 for 1 on Saturday. Catcher trying to come up in a 2-out spot here. 1-1. Tanner Tucker, pretty crafty pitcher, throws his off speed really well. Everything he throws moves, so challenge is upon De La Rosa. That one moved a little bit too outside. 2-1. Of course, when you're here for a weekend, you can get your days confused. It was only yesterday that Wisconsin played against Hawaii. This is the 9th game we've covered here this weekend. To me, they were all just in one day. The 3-1 to De La Rosa. All high. And a 2-out walk to De La Rosa. Carney moves to second. And Joseph Balden now steps to the plate.
Now batting third baseman, number 18, Joseph Balden.
Joseph in the middle of this lineup. In the 5-hole, third baseman. William Joseph Balden IV. Goes by Joseph. The 0-1. Fouls that one back right to us. South Carolina with the loss on Saturday night, and Wisconsin with the loss on Sunday. Both teams meeting here in an elimination game. The 0-2 to Balden outside, 1-2. Loser of this game eliminated from the championship, but not from Easley, as they will still play a consolation game. Each team guaranteed at least 3 games here in Easley, South Carolina. Breaking ball in there for a called strike 3. Tanner Tucker picked a good time to get his first strikeout. We're through 1.
Today's games are brought to you by Easley Combined Utilities. The souvenir stand is located directly behind the first baseline with a wide variety of shirts, hats, pins. Be sure to stop by and pick up a souvenir from this year's tournament. Remember, for all scores and information about this year's Senior League Baseball World Series, go to www.littleleague.org/SLBWS on the web. All games are being scored by Game Changer and broadcast on ESPN+.
No score, but no shortage of adventure, especially in left field. Aiden Cranley, top of the free. Sigh of relief as he came into the infield. Then Christopher Mann makes the catch. All whites are now green. They're on the pant leg. No score here through 1. No hits.
Leading off third baseman, number 22, Hunter Jeter.
Hunter Jeter now steps to the plate. Third baseman had a hit Saturday night. Run scored, a walk, struck out once. Peel down the first, no swing, 2-1. Jeter to deep left center field. Callahan tracking it from center and dives and makes the catch. Steve Callahan goes airborne to rob Hunter Jeter of extra bases. That is a great catch.
Right fielder, number 12, Aaron Hood.
Steve Callahan. Coach says the team will follow his lead. Well, that's a good act to follow today. A lot of speed there in center field, and Coach says Steve Callahan laid back off the field, a killer on the field, and he was ready to sacrifice his body for that one. I know it's early in the day, and there are a lot of games to be played today. Major leaguers tonight, all that. But Sports Center top 10. I mean, had Tiger Colford, Hawaii third baseman, made a stop. A great stop on Saturday. That was number 4 in the Sports Center top 10. I got to send that up to the mothership. That was a fantastic catch. Hard pressed to find a better one all weekend. Aaron Hood, swing and miss, dropped third strike, 2 away. He just put that catch on a loop for the next 10 minutes. I mean, that was
Shortstop, number 2,
that was outstanding. Ask and you shall receive. Just show this like 7 times. I mean, that is, well, we do have to get to the pitching. Ground ball to third. Baldwin has it up with it for out number 3. And looking forward to seeing Cam Broderick maybe give a high five to Steve Callahan as he comes in. There's Callahan, the diving catch. Yeah, everybody giving him some high fives. After the high leaper, the dive, the turf, the snag. No score.
Guys, pick up the curveball. He likes it on that one, didn't you? The one he almost hit on the left fielder's head. He got jammed on that, didn't he? It came off. It was like this far off. Yeah. I saw the ball come on to bat. I'm like, well, it's hit pretty hard. And then he kept running and running. I'm like, no. Nice rip. Nice rip. Here we go, Spell. Good hard cut. Good hard cut. Go pick it up out of his hand.
Leading off left fielder number 20, Aiden Cranley.
Tanner Tucker back on the mound for South Carolina. Leadoff batter, Aiden Cranley. Nice catch in left in the first inning. Aiden has an older brother who to this Senior League World Series. Following him in his footsteps here in Easley. Easley, the site of the Senior League World Series since 2017. Moved from Bangor, Maine, where it was there for 14 years. The 3-0 to Cranley. Their first strike. And a 5-pitch walk for Cranley as he claps his hands going down to first base. And that's something that Coach Schmidt wanted to see, a little more energy from this team.
Now batting pitcher, number 27, Cameron
Saw it from
Broderick.
Callahan in center on that diving catch. Maybe seeing some emotion here. Cameron Broderick now up. His favorite brand's Maroon 5. He also told us that he's a distant relative of Matthew Broderick. It's Cameron Broderick. And I asked Coach Schmidt, I said, is he really a distant relative of Matthew Broderick? I mean, his last name's Broderick, but that's all I know. And he said, I guess so. You know, these coaches don't know everything about these players. Broderick, this guy's that one dude. Short, Bryson makes the catch, one away.
Now batting second baseman, number 9, Jacob Mahoney.
Favorite actor, Adam Sandler. Favorite movie, Happy Gilmore. Trying to just tap it into left field, and he does for a base hit. One out single for Jacob Mahoney. And Wisconsin has something brewing here in the second. Sense a little more energy from the dugout.
Right fielder, number 10, Tyler Schmidt.
Coach Schmidt's kid, Tyler Schmidt, now up, right fielder today. Cranley on second, Mahoney on first. Tanner Tucker pitching into a little bit of trouble here in the second. Tyler Schmidt. The 1-0. Runner goes. Cranley's going. Foul ball right back at us. Could have caught that ball. I would have caught that ball. For the glass enclosure. The 1-2 to Schmidt. See if the runners go again. They don't. Nearly hit him, did it? It did. And the bases will be loaded. top of the order now up, and here comes Steve Callahan. Schmidt trying to get out of the way and hit the back of his leg. Carry him to the backstop, and ball was dead on the hit by pitch. Bases loaded now for Callahan, who, hey, Mom, forgive me if I dirtied the uniform, but I just might have made the Sports Center top 10 in the last half inning. A diving catch in center field, going to his right. And now a chance to answer and follow it up here in the bottom of the second with a base hit. Breaking ball in there for a strike. And Callahan, this is what he did in the last half inning. Airborne. It will not get much better than that this week in Easley. Inside, good stop there from Lister. Callahan pops that one up in the infield. Davis Bryson steps back a couple of steps, makes the catch for out number 2. Henry Severson now strides to the plate. Did what Callahan just did. He popped out to short at first. It's a big spot here for Wisconsin, trying to get some momentum going after just 3 hits yesterday. 1 hit so far, but the base is loaded. Breaking ball, that's a nice one from Tucker. 0-1. Severson 0 for 2 at the plate yesterday. He's 0 for 1 today. Big opportunity for the Central Region champs. Swing and a miss, 1-2. One-two to Severson, way out, 2-2. Jacob Carney on deck. Yesterday, Wisconsin only had 2 batters make it to second base. Now they've got a runner on second and third. And first, the 2-2. That one's foul on the left field line. Severson, along with Steve Callahan, was a returner from last year's team that lost in a regional semifinal. A couple of steps shy from Easley, South Carolina. The 2-2. Breaking ball high and outside, 3-2. Now the runners will be going. 3-2, 2 outs. Nowhere to put Severson. Swing and a miss, and a big strikeout for Tanner Tucker. His second of the day, and it comes with the bases loaded. Severson swinging, 3 left on, no score. We head to the third.
City of Easley, Pickens County, Jackson Fort Hill Natural Gas, Towers, Dozier Physical Therapy, Easley Combined Utilities, Salzer Pumps, and Hendrick Honda.
No score here in the top of the third. South Carolina and Wisconsin. This is an elimination game. Loser of this game eliminated from championship contention, but not from the field of play, as the loser will still play another consolation game. If you want to play Little League, have a chance to one day play in the Senior League World Series. It's easy to find your local league. Visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League program near you. 8-hole hitter Cameron Lister now up, facing Cameron Broderick. Also plays basketball for Easley. Pop that one up behind the plate. De La Rosa giving chase. It hits the turf. Just a couple innings in, De La Rosa's already put in a full day's work.
Oh, you lost it.
Way to get up, way to get up. Way up, Mo. Way up, way up. Let's go, Cam. That's boy, that's boy. Ain't nothing too good.
That's a much better start for Wisconsin today. 1-2, just missed inside. In the top of the third yesterday, they were already trailing 6-1 to Hawaii. Lister to third, Baldwin. Scoop is made, but Lister beats it out. Kind of a slow chopper to Baldwin at third. Got what he could on it on the run. Unable to plant his feet. That's a tough to get a ton of velocity on it, but it was a close play. In fact, a lot closer. Or maybe it looked from the playing field. Nice job, our crew slowing that down. Again, no replays in the Senior League World Series. The replay review, I should say. We can replay it 8 days to Sunday. Happy Monday, by the way. No score here in the top of the third. Single for Lister brings up Andrew Dent. Runner goes. De La Rosa the throw down, and Lister's in there with a stolen base. Second stolen base of the day for South Carolina. Jenkins had one in the first, was left stranded on third. Now in scoring position is Lister and Andrew Dent, the center fielder. Had a hit yesterday, a run. Run scored, RBI. An RBI double for Dent on Saturday night, I should say. Checking out the play card. They're going to run the triple option here. Cameron Lister on second. 1-1 to Dent. Ground ball nearly through the hole. Mahoney up with it. Couldn't get much on it. And that'll be an infield single for Dent. And on the play, Lister moves to third.
Now batting second baseman, number 1, Chip Jenkins.
Now the leadoff batter, Chip Jenkins, reached on a walk in the first, stole second, was left stranded at third. He's hoping he doesn't leave Cameron Lister stranded at third. Nobody out. Runners on the corners. And a big moment here for Chip Jenkins, who came up big on Saturday night. Runner goes, see if De La Rosa can make the throw. He can. He's got some struggles back there trying to corral that baseball. Not sure it would have mattered as Dent was off and running, taking the double play out of the equation. Chip Jenkins might as well be a fan of Usain Bolt if you're a leadoff batter. Speed at the top of the lineup. And a good hitter as well. 2 doubles Saturday night for Chip Jenkins. All he needs a base hit here. Chip Jenkins can really stroke the baseball. He's shown that this weekend. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. First base open. They have to complete the play at first. And one away. That's a big strikeout for Cam Broderick. Christopher Mann in a big spot here.
Number 8, Christopher Mann.
Had 3 hits Saturday night. RBI double. This one belted into the bushes and right. Christopher Mann's father is running for mayor. I don't believe we are required to have the opposing candidate on. Or I don't have to mention his name, do I? Or her name. Ball out, 1-1. We'll have Christopher Mann up here later on, who's running for mayor, give us his whole platform. Man hits that one to right center field. Lister's going to try and tag here. Callahan with the throw. Lister kind of ducks for cover as that throw was coming in. 1-0 South Carolina as Christopher Mann gets the job done. And on the play, Dent tags from second to third, knowing the throw was coming into home.
Now batting designated hitter number 16, Garvin.
Throw a little bit up the line. Long throw to make, and now Gavin Harvey, the chance to drive in another one, drives that to center. Steve Callahan going back to his left, slides and makes another catch. Steve Callahan making a run-saving catch, this time to his left. South Carolina not making it easy on Callahan. He's up for the challenge. Woo-hoo.
it up and drive that thing. Come on, it's one run. Guys, hey, we'll get through. You're hitting the ball. You're hitting the ball back here. Try to hit that here. Right here, you got it all on. Good, big, strong guy.
Nothing like a bottle of milk on a warm summer day. Yeah, babies don't know any different. They get older, they'll be a little more picky. Let's look at that catch to end the inning. Callahan has already made one acrobatic catch, and that ball bounced out of his glove. It's hard to tell if that ball ever touched the ground before he had control of it. It's close enough to. You know, when you make a diving catch like he did earlier in the game, you give the benefit of the doubt to Callahan. That was two really good catches there. Jacob Carney with a base hit. We're gonna have some fun here. Let's take one more look at this catch. We'll slow it down incrementally here. As slow as you can. Now there's the ball. The bounce there might have hit the ground there, but then as it comes up, no, you guys keep it going. As it comes up right there, looks like he has it against the ground, but then pulls it up. Hey, that was a quick catch, and you hold that ball up, even if there's a shadow of a doubt. Let the ump know you've got it, and Callahan with a couple of great catches. Dario De La Rosa belts that one to left center field. Christopher Mann going to his left and tries to dive. It's out of his reach. Andrew Dent picks it up. Carney making the big turn at third, and he's in there. Jacob Carney making the big turn at third base. Thought about scoring and nearly was thrown out at third. Seen some great effort there in the outfield. Christopher Mann laying out, trying to do what Callahan did in center for Wisconsin, and then, oof, Carney in there, like the right call.
Number 18, Joseph Alden.
So De La Rosa with a double after Carney's single, and now, big chance here for Wisconsin. Wisconsin has out-hit South Carolina, but have been outscored so far. Wisconsin has left 5 batters on base through the first 2 innings. And now with 2 more on. The 0-1 to Baldwin. Baldwin back to the pitcher. Could be doubled off at third. Safe. Tanner Tucker with some quick reflexes. Can't hit it much harder than that if you're Baldwin. Look at Tanner Tucker. Get the glove up. Boop. Third baseman trying to hustle back to third, and Jacob Carney for the second time having to hustle back into third base. Line drive back to Tucker, right to his mitt. All he had to do was open it. Nearly got the double play. Now Aiden Cranley, who walked and was left on third in that bases loaded sequence in the second. 1 out, 2 on in scoring position. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Some great defensive plays here. Aiden Cranley, future neuroscientist or therapist. I believe those require the same degree. The 0-1. Pokes that one foul, 0-2. The 0-2 to Aiden Cranley. Breaking ball in there for a strike 3 call. Third strikeout of the day for Tanner Tucker. Just down the inside corner. Cranley obviously fooled, trying to turn into that pitch and away from it. And now Tucker's pitching counterpart, Cam Broderick, is going to have to help himself. The last inning, Wisconsin had the bases loaded and 1 out. And score couldn't get anybody home. Now they've got 2 on. Started the inning with 2 on and no out. And are still looking for a run. Elimination game here, Easley, South Carolina. Senior League World Series. The 1-1 from Tucker to Broderick. Blowing away. Catches the corner for strike 2. Tucker got out of the bases loaded jam with a strikeout in the second. Can he get out of this jam with another one? The 1-2. Coach Schmidt jumping out of the way of that one. Showing some Monday morning agility. The 1-2 count from Tucker to Broderick. 2 on, 2 out. Ball gets away from the catcher. Here comes the runner. He's safe. Jacob Carney scores from third, and we are tied up in Easley. Tucker a little late in getting to the plate. Lister tried to flip it to him. But an all-important run scored there. And maybe that'll break the seal here for this Wisconsin team. And a swing and a miss. Well, the strikeout came a pitch too late for Tanner Tucker. Wisconsin enjoyed the timing, though. End of 3, tied at 1.
Pitching out for Tucker is 56-5-6. For all the latest news on Senior League World Series, be sure to follow us on Instagram at SLBWS2019 and Twitter at SLBWS, as well as liking us on Facebook.
We are through 3 innings in this elimination game between the host team, South Carolina, and the home team, Wisconsin. Matthew Dixon at the plate. That one gets behind Dixon. Talking to Coach Smith, saying Broderick's got that slider, which is hard to pick up, and sometimes when he throws that curveball, he can hit batters with it. We try and stay away from that pitch. Going away, 3-1. Matthew Dixon still looking for his first hit of the weekend when he reaches base.
Now batting third baseman, number 22, Hunter Jeter.
Steve, coming to you!
15-year-old Hunter Jeter. One for 3 Saturday night. Runs scored, a walk, a strikeout. Hammers that one foul. South Carolina team, District 1, comprised of all-stars from the 2 area teams. Part of their area Little League, and if you want to play at Little League, it's easy to find your local league. Visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League program near you. The 1-2 to Jeter. Ball high, 2-2. Cam Broderick and commits the balk. Home plate umpire was quick to call it. Cam Broderick, he still doesn't understand why that balk was called. Let's see what he did here. Again with a runner on. Up, little stutter. Umpire saw the flinch, and Dixon goes to second. All inside to Jeter, 3-2. And now Dario De La Rosa going to go and have a conversation with Broderick, and I wonder if Broderick is either wondering what happened with the balk or wondering what happened on that pitch. The winner of this game is going to take on the winner of our 4 o'clock game, Virginia and Delaware, in another elimination game on Wednesday. Our next game, New Zealand and Canada, Australia and Italy. Those 2 winners will also play on Wednesday. Jeter lifts that one to left. Cranley has it. 1 away. Broderick does win that battle.
Now batting right fielder, number 12.
Hayden Cranley, more conventional catch that time. After Zach Rabatics in the first. Aaron Hood, fan of the Little Rascals. The movie. The newer one. What was that, 10, 15 years ago that movie came out? Let's get a date on that. Let's see how accurate I was. I'll say Little Rascals came out in 2009. That movie. The remake of the movie. We have our research staff going at it. 1-0. Hood. Ground ball to short. Severson up with it. Nice throw and a better scoop by Carney. 2 away. 1994. Yeah, I was 5 years off. I was 15 years off. That was awful. It was much worse than this play. This play was well done here by Severson.
Number 2, Davis Bryson.
Might have been the worst movie guess of all time. It just happened here on ESPN Plus, and you are welcome. Ground ball to third. Baldwin. Nice throw across the diamond, and another good stretch there for Carney. He's getting a workout there at first. So is this Wisconsin defense. They seem up to the challenge. Knotted up at 1, midway through 4.
Pitch count for Broderick is 52-5-2.
Welcome back to the Senior League Baseball World Series. The sun is out. Good pitching performances today. And each pitcher is on a pitch count. They actually announce it after each half inning where the pitch count is for each respective pitcher. And you see the day's rest that is required once you reach those certain thresholds. Now, you can pitch 30 pitches or fewer and be able to pitch the following day. It's not about games rest. It's about calendar days of rest. If you have to rest 2 full days and you don't play for 3 days, then you don't miss a game. You are not allowed to pitch 3 consecutive days, no matter how many pitches you throw. You see the pitch count at 58 for Tanner Tucker. Faces Jacob Mahoney. This will be his 60th pitch. The new threshold is reached at 61. The 1-2. Fisted to Bryson. No, cut off by Jeter. Nice play. 1 away. Third baseman came in to cut that off and had a good angle on it for the first out. So if South Carolina wins this game, they will play on Wednesday. And that means Tanner Tucker will be unavailable for that game, as this pitch will be his 61st pitch. That requires 3 full days of rest. So he wouldn't be able to pitch actually until Friday if if they get to the semifinals. Long way to go before that. Here's Tyler Schmidt, son of the manager for the Wisconsin team, Jerry Schmidt. Laps that one in the infield. A 9-hole hitter. Pops to second, 2 away. Chip Jenkins talking about communication.
Steve Callahan.
Somebody call it. Here's Steve Callahan, who had the highlight play in center field. 2 of them, but the first one that he had in the second inning, you might see and should see on SportsCenter tonight. SportsCenter top 10 play, laying out, making a diving catch in center field. The 1-0. Inside, 3-0. The 2-hole hitter, Henry Severson, on deck. Callahan and Severson both looking for their first hits of the day. Trying to get on base for the first time today. Wisconsin has got to have this top of the lineup produce. Their 2 leaders, Callahan and Severson. And that one's low. Callahan reaches base with 2 away. Comes Henry Severson to the plate.
Now batting shortstop, number 17, Henry Severson.
He's also unavailable to pitch today after 46 pitches delivered yesterday. Henry Severson, their top pitcher, didn't really have it yesterday. Can't see him under the helmet. Does wear hearing aids. He is hearing impaired. Can hear a little bit. Coach saying sometimes when he's out there pitching, he wonders if Severson is intentionally not hearing some of the things that the coach is trying to advise from the dugout. Very cerebral player. Callahan nearly caught with a step in the wrong direction. Yeah, Severson, what he likes about sports and Wisconsin. Said Wisconsin is the place to be as a sports fan. Callahan back in there again. Severson saying we've got 3 MVPs. Aaron Rodgers, Christian Yelich, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and a Heisman Trophy candidate in Jonathan Taylor, of course, the running back for Wisconsin, who may have rushed for the most quiet 2,000 yards in the history of college football last year. A lot of optimism for the Wisconsin Badgers this year under Paul Chryst. Nice potential dynamic quarterback, Graham Mertz, if he gets the starting job. Callahan goes, breaking ball, throw down, and he's safe. Now Callahan getting in scoring position. See if Wisconsin can find some 2-out magic. Of course, no disrespect to Jack Cohn, who's also going for that starting job there in Wisconsin. No emails from Badger fans. You know it's a competitive race. Now 3-0. Henry Severson. Graham Mertz is going to be good. I'm on record. The 3-0. Severson taking all the way, breaking ball in there for a strike. Wisconsin has left 6 men on base through 3 innings. Left the bases loaded in the second. Severson with a 2-out single back up the box. Rounding third is Callahan. Here comes the throw from center. Callahan in there. And he clipped catcher Cameron Lister in the process. And they're yelling at him to tag the runner, but the home plate umpire apparently never made the safe call. Perhaps he was looking at Lister, as the fans were screaming for someone to tag out Callahan. And unfortunately, Cameron Lister, the catcher, is now down. And that's a tough spot for a catcher and for the base runner, as he was in the base line trying to catch the ball, trying to field the ball from center. And Callahan's just trying to get to home plate. And for the record, the home plate umpire did signal safe. And we'll show you what it looked like in just a moment, as Lister getting his shin guards refastened. Take a look at that play. A big 2-out single here, as his left leg gets clipped by Callahan. Watch it again. He tried to get out of the way. The umpire does call him safe very clearly. And Lister is still down on his back. Callahan running full speed, rounding third and just trying to find home plate. He scored standing up and then fell down after catching the leg of the catcher, Cameron Lister. Take a quick break. Come back here to Easley, South Carolina. It's 2-1 Wisconsin. Back here in Easley, South Carolina, Cameron Lister is up and hobbling around a little bit. Take a look at the replay and show you exactly what happened. Just very unfortunate, as Callahan trying to find home plate and Lister trying to field the throw from center right in the middle of the base paths. That is knee to knee. And Lister, he is done for the day, at least for the moment. That is a tough break for South Carolina. Matthew Dixon also catches. Gavin Harvey also catches for South Carolina, so they'll have to make a decision. None better than Lister, but tough break there as South Carolina, the players going to their knees. See the frustration there shown by Christopher Mann there in the outfield. It's the first injury that we've had here this weekend. Pretty clean games throughout. This was a pretty quick-moving game as well. A little stoppage here with Wisconsin plating the run. They had left 6 on base through 3 innings, and Henry Severson able to come through with a very clutch RBI single. And this is the first of 4 games today. New Zealand and Canada, 1 o'clock Eastern. That's an elimination game. Same with Virginia and Delaware. These are all elimination games. The winner of this game will play the winner of Virginia and Delaware. And those 2 winners will play on Wednesday. The losers today between this game and the Virginia-Delaware game will play on Thursday in a consolation game. As each team is guaranteed at least 3 games. Most game times are subject to change. You never know if you have incidents like this that extends the game a little bit with unfortunate injury. We're going to take another break as South Carolina gears up its incoming catcher. It's 2-1 Wisconsin. Welcome back to Easley, South Carolina. This was moments ago as Cameron Lister has helped off the field. His left shin guard off when he went knee to knee with Steve Callahan at the plate, and this is his replacement, Matthew Dixon, the 16-year-old. Here from Easley, of course. And we also have a new pitcher as Tanner Tucker's day is done. Hunter Jeter moves over from third base to pitcher.
Your new catcher, number 9, Matthew Dixon. Going into right field, Justin Benjamin.
Justin Benjamin now in right field. A lot of changes here after that injury. Aaron Hood moves from right to first base. Gavin Harvey is now at third base. So after about a 10-minute delay after the injury, we resume here with Henry Severson now on second. And Jacob Carney trying to add an insurance run here in the 4th. First pitch from Jeter is a strike. Jeter did not pitch Saturday night. The 0-1 to Carney. Low and away, 1-1. Jacob Carney. He's Coach Schmidt says he hits with hate. Swings hard at the ball. Looks like he wants to do some damage to the baseball. Could do some damage here with a base hit. 1 run already home. Wisconsin only managed 1 run in the loss yesterday on 3 hits. They've got 2 runs on 4 hits. Carney fouls that one away. The 1-2. First of 4 games today, the Senior League World Series. Swing and a miss. Wisconsin leaves another runner in scoring position, but not before plating a run. Jeter comes in and does the job. It's 2-1, Wisconsin.
Pitch count for Jeter is 6. Leading off right fielder number 13, Justin.
Sometimes you just have to use your credential. And as a fan, on a day like today, the fans are doing just that. Sun-soaked day here in Easley, South Carolina. The umbrellas are out, the hats are out to guard against the Rays. And right now, South Carolina trying to guard against elimination. We are in the top of the 5th. And Wisconsin has a 2-1 lead. Matt Schick here in Easley, South Carolina, Senior League World Series. That one right off the helmet. So Justin Benjamin just entered the game the last half inning in the field. And welcome to the game, Justin.
Number 7, Andrew Dent.
You get beamed. That's why we wear helmets. And you see, Broderick saying it's my fault, certainly unintentional. Sportsmanship being shown here. Andrew Dent to center, lands in front of Callahan. Benjamin slides into second, and South Carolina's got something going here in the 5th. And now the top of the order is up for South Carolina.
And now batting second baseman, number 1, Chip Jenkins.
Chip Jenkins with a walk and a strikeout today. 2 on, nobody out. You see that pitch count now up to 57 pitches for Cameron Broderick. That's something they monitor, but in an elimination game, you're going to stay in there as long as he's effective. Jenkins looking for his first hit today, would be a big one. Back to the pitcher, to second for one. Going to be tough to get Jenkins at first. Runner coming home on the drop ball, and he is out. Justin Benjamin gambled when he saw Jacob Carney drop the ball at first. And it turns into a very unorthodox double play. Get the out at 2, at second. And then Carney, with his head up, sees that Benjamin's trying to take home. And that just changed this inning. De La Rosa's throw down is late and offline. So Benjamin thrown out at home. Dent was out at second. And Christopher Mann lost that one into right field. Chip Jenkins rounding third. He will score, and we are tied here in Easley. An RBI 2-out single.
Now batting third baseman, number 16, Gavin Harvey.
And we are tied up at 2. So it could have been a disastrous end to the inning with an unconventional double play, but then Christopher Mann comes up with his second run batted in of the day. Runner goes again. De La Rosa's throw is late and high, and right now South Carolina's taking any base they can. Fourth stolen base of the day for South Carolina. And a chance for Gavin Harvey now to take the lead. The 1-0. Three 3-0 to Gavin Harvey, the rising ninth grader, 14 years old. Makes a 4-pitch walk. That'll bring up Matthew Dixon, who started the game as the first baseman but is now the catcher after the injury to Cameron Lister. And now Coach Schmidt is going to come out and have a conversation here with Cam Broderick. You're allowed to have one visit with the pitcher as a coach in an inning. On the second visit to that same pitcher in the same inning, the pitcher must be removed. And the third visit in a game, the pitcher must be removed. And here's the pitch count. He's at 63. 3 full days of rest upcoming for the pitcher Cam Broderick, but an elimination game. That number not as important as the scoreboard. It's 2-2. A run already home this inning for South Carolina. Roderick's pitch is in there for a strike, 0-2. Each team with 2 runs on 4 hits. Had a couple of plays at the plate today. A couple of acrobatic catches in the outfield. Clutch 2-out hitting. And we'll see if Matthew Dixon can come up with another one. Dixon to short. Severson tried to go to second, knew he wouldn't get there in time, but his throw is in time to first. Jacob Carney with another stretch. Wisconsin. We're tied at 2 after Chip Jenkins scores the tying run.
I think you're fourth this inning. You'll be in Cameron's spot. Alex, if Dario gets on, you're going to run for him. Okay. Leave the ball up. Remember where the zone is.
Tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. The Senior League Baseball World Series elimination game between South Carolina from Easley, South Carolina, and Wisconsin from Madison, Wisconsin. 2 runs on 4 hits for both. 1 error for South Carolina. Hunter Jeter remains in the game on the mound. Had a big strikeout to end the inning, the last inning.
Leading off catcher, number 24, Dario De La Rosa.
Dario De La Rosa, the catcher for Wisconsin, will lead off here in the 5th. Matthew Dixon is behind the plate for South Carolina because of the injury to Cameron Lister for South Carolina. Being told that Lister with it's being dubbed a quad contusion or a bruise. Likely out for the rest of this game. On the collision at home plate with Steve Callahan when Callahan scored the 2nd run of the game. South Carolina tied it up in the top of the 5th, and that's where we are here in the bottom of the 5th. Three and 1 now to Dario De La Rosa. Inside and low, and a 5-pitch walk to De La Rosa. Leadoff walk from Hunter Jeter. And we'll have a pinch runner for De La Rosa. And that will be Alex McHugh.
Now batting third baseman, number 18, Joseph Alden.
Alex McHugh, who's spent the first 7 years of his life, is born in Guatemala. This coach just found that out yesterday. That one hammered to left. Christopher Mann going back on the hit from Baldwin and makes the catch on the warning track and racing back to first base is the special pinch runner, Alex McHugh. And some long fly balls to this outfield here in Easley. All of them to left, left, center, and center. McHugh at the lead off of first. Here's Aiden Cranley, who's walked and struck out today. Coach calls him a student of the game, and that would make sense given his dream jobs. Swing and a miss. And coming up, got New Zealand taking on Canada in an elimination game. There's the Asia Pacific champions, New Zealand. Yesterday they did this great pregame haka ritual dance. We're hoping they'll do it again. It's really a sight to see. They performed it right in front of the Caribbean team from Curacao yesterday. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Jeter with his second strikeout in his relief appearance. 2 away. So Wisconsin is going to make a pitching change here because due up is Cameron Broderick. Ben Hewitt is going to be hitting in his spot.
Now batting number 13, Ben Hewitt.
Ben Hewitt, 16 years old. Favorite athlete listed as himself, and talking to the coach, Schmidt, he said his buddies were giving him a hard time for that when they were watching the replay on the ESPN app last night. He said, oh, you had your favorite athlete as yourself, huh? You put that down, you are asking for trouble. McHugh leading off of first as the pinch runner. Strike called, 0-2. Hewitt's favorite athlete went 0 for 1 yesterday with a strikeout. And now he's down 0-2 in the count. Oh, 2 count to Hewitt. Breaking ball. Oof. Like South Carolina, and Jeter was ready to jog off the field, and it looked like Hewitt was about ready to pace back to the dugout. One and 2 now to Ben Hewitt of Wisconsin. To second. Jenkins up with it. And that will do it for Wisconsin here in the 5th. We head to the 6th, tied at 2. South Carolina and Wisconsin tied at 2 here in the top of the 6th. Cameron Broderick, who was hit for in the last half inning by Ben Hewitt, does re-enter the game as the pitcher. So Cam Broderick staying in there.
Pitcher number 22, Hunter Jeter.
And his pitch count now up to 68. So pitcher can return as the pitcher once after being replaced, and so that's what Cameron Broderick is doing. And his pitching counterpart, Hunter Jeter, now at the plate. Cam Broderick through 5 innings of work, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, struck out 2 with 3 walks. Jeter to right center field. Steve Callahan going back. He won't catch this one. Jeter rounding first. He will get into second base standing up. A leadoff double for Jeter. Callahan's made some outstanding catches today, but was not going to catch that one. And now Aaron Hood, who was 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out, now with a chance to give South Carolina the lead. And we only play 7 here, unless we head to extras. Hood trying to pop that one up, or trying to bunt that down. He pops it up, and De La Rosa nearly made that catch. See if the bunt remains on here for Aaron Hood. What De La Rosa is talking about with the home plate umpire. Maybe he's asking for interference on the attempt to catch the baseball from Hood. I'm not sure. Let's see what the umpires discuss. It's when you'd love to have them mic'd up. Let's look at this again. De La Rosa, the catcher, is trying to catch the ball. I have no idea what that could possibly be. It's a moot conversation now, as it's an 0-1 count. Aaron Hood with Hunter Jeter with the leadoff double. Puts that one into the seats again, and now 2 strikes. Aaron Hood walked 3 times in the loss Saturday night. And here an 0-2 count, breaking ball low. 1-2. Cam Broderick stares blankly in the area of home plate. Just outside. Broderick wondering where that pitch was. Frustration setting in. And 90-degree temps, pitch number 77 coming up. The 2-2 to Hood. Elimination game here at the Senior League Baseball World Series. South Carolina, Wisconsin, looking for their first win of the weekend. It would keep them alive for the championship, and Broderick plunks Aaron Hood in the back. And Broderick apologizing again, this time to Aaron Hood. You can hear from the stand saying that's a good sport, 2-7, as he said my fault and apologized to Hood.
Now batting shortstop, number 2.
He's asking, are you good?
Bryson.
You good? You good? It's saying, yeah, I'm okay. Right in the small of the back. Minimal protection. That area of the body. Aaron Hood can attest to that. The hit by pitch. 2 on and nobody out. And De La Rosa directing traffic, saying if there's a bunt, here's what we need to do. If there's a bunt, could be the shortstop Severson sprinting over the third, although he's playing pretty deep. And there is the bunt. And Severson trying to get over there, and he was too deep. De La Rosa directed traffic before that at bat and said, look, Severson's going to have to move over because he's going to have to cover on the bunt. That's exactly what he did, but he was way too deep. There's no way he's going to beat the base run to the third on that play. I'm not sure it would have mattered anyway, but point being now, South Carolina has the bases loaded and nobody out. Davis Bryson gets the bunt down, something Aaron Hood could not, but Aaron Hood was hit. And you can see the coach, Jerry Schmidt, trying to lighten the mood a little bit here. As a lot of stress and pressure facing elimination here at Easley. So this is the second time he's been out there, but not the second time in this inning. The next time he comes out for this pitcher in a conversation, regardless of the inning, Cam Broderick will need to be pulled from the game. So that's it for coach conversations with Broderick for his outing. 78 pitches deep. They're 5+ innings deep here in Easley. Now Justin Benjamin, who is thrown out at home the last inning in the 4th. Now a chance to drive in another run. That one nearly hit him. If he was able to stand in there and take it, it would be 3-2. They need to make an attempt to get out of the way, and he did. It's 1-0. Jeter 90 feet away from giving this team the lead. Ball 2-0, and things are going from bad to worse for Wisconsin. The 2-0 to Benjamin. Benjamin, nearly a nice play by assistant down there. Two and one now. New Zealand and Canada standing by for the next game. The 2-1. Fouls that one away, 2-2. Cam Broderick has struck out 2 batters today. A 3rd strikeout here would be huge. Benjamin fouls that one away, still 2-2. Benjamin was hit by a pitch in the 5th. And out at home. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Broderick. 1 out now. Bases remain loaded. That's a big pitch.
Center fielder number 7.
On a 2-2 count, you can play with one. And some high cheese from the Wisconsin native. That'll bring up Andrew Dent. Andrew Dent skies that one to center. Steve Callahan under it. Tagging at third is Jeter. Here's the throw from Callahan. It's cut off, and South Carolina has the lead. Andrew Dent gets the job done. Andrew Dent with 2 hits today and now an RBI sac fly to give the host team, South Carolina, the lead over the home team, Wisconsin. Now at the top of the order with Chip Jenkins. Aaron Hood on second. Davis Bryson on first. Again, the winner of this game will play on Wednesday against the winner of our 4 o'clock game today between Virginia and Delaware. And their first strike, 1-1. The loser of this game is eliminated from contention for the championship, but will still play another game on Thursday against the loser of Virginia and Delaware. That'll be a consolation game. The 1-1. In the dirt, gets behind De La Rosa. Both runners advance. The maximum number of pitches any pitcher can throw is 95. We are 6 pitches from hitting the limit, and he will need to be removed. Wisconsin trying to ride him as long as they can. 3-1. Broderick still wondering where pitches are located. In there high. And now the bases are loaded again.
Now batting left fielder number 8, Christopher Mann.
Top of the order has gotten the work done today. Christopher Mann with the bases loaded. He's had an RBI sac fly, an RBI single. He's driven in 2 of the 3 runs for South Carolina today. Another run or 2 here for insurance would be nice for the host team. Again, the pitch limit is 95. He's at 93. The 1-2. All outside. 2-2. And you can cross the threshold with the same batter. So he's at 95. He can finish this batter, and this will be the last batter he faces. Christopher Mann to second. Just need 1. They get it. Try to turn 2 unnecessarily. And 3 are down. But 3 are now on the board for South Carolina. And it is 3-2 South Carolina with the run across. Back here in Easley after this.
Pitch count Leading off second baseman, number 9.
Welcome back in Easley, South Carolina. Upcoming. See Team Canada there working out on the field adjacent to the one we're playing on now. No, they're not warming up on the warning track of the game that we're playing, as they get ready to face New Zealand coming up in another elimination game here at the Senior League Baseball World Series. Well, Wisconsin down to their final 2 innings here, after South Carolina scored a run in the 5th to tie and a run in the 6th to take the lead. Jacob Mahoney now at the plate as Hunter Jeter continues to deliver on the mound for South Carolina. That one into shallow right field, and that'll drop for a leadoff single. It's under the glove of Benjamin, but Mahoney will hold it first. Hunter Jeter's gone an inning and a third, struck out 2, is not allowed a hit yet, except then the first hit allowed by Hunter Jeter.
Pinch hitting number 19, Owen Frito.
So Owen Frito is now going to pinch hit for Tyler Schmidt here in the 9-hole. .15 years old. They call him the Big O. Went 0 for 1 yesterday. Showing bunt, takes 1-1. One to Frito. Showing bunt again, pulls back 2-1. Two and one to Owen Frito, the pinch hitter. Fouls that one down the left field line and out of play. 2-2. Some fun kids on these teams. We asked Owen Frito, anything funny you'd like to share? He said, sure. What do you get from a pampered cow? Spoiled milk. There's a rim shot somewhere, but that's Owen Frito. I mean, he's got a sense of humor. There's a rim shot right here in the press box with someone hammering the countertop. Not as good as a rim shot. Big O here in a big spot, 2-2. Taylor made double play ball, but Bryson unable to scoop it quickly, and Frito's going to beat that throw down to first base. So 1 on now for Steve Callahan. Callahan has had quite the day. That was in the 2nd inning, diving in left center field with a Sports Center top 10 play. The team leader leading the way, and then later on, how about this? Corrals that one and then scored a run, colliding with the catcher, Cameron Lister. So you'll understand why the white pants are now not so white for Steve Callahan. He's had a pretty active day. Just go home and Mom asks you, how'd the game go today? Did you play? So here's the uniform. Here's the proof. Big spot here for Callahan, but Callahan pops that one to short. Bryson with it. And the top of the lineup just not producing like you'd hope if you're Wisconsin. Callahan, certainly nothing to be ashamed about today with his effort. That's the 2nd time he's popped out to short today. The man on base. Callahan did walk and score in the 4th, but been hitless otherwise. Now it's Henry Severson who drove in Callahan on that collision at the plate with a 2-out RBI single. He's up again here with 2 outs. And Frito pinch hit for Tyler Schmidt. Now Tyler Schmidt is the pinch runner for Frito. The 1-1 to Severson. Schmidt's going. The throw down is off target. So Schmidt was pinch hit for. Now he's the pinch runner, and now he's 2 bases away from tying this up. Henry Severson came through in the 4th with a 2-out RBI single when Callahan was on second. Now it's Schmidt on second with 2 down. Winner of this game stays alive for the championship. They'll play on Wednesday against the winner of Virginia and Delaware. That Virginia-Delaware game coming up later today, 4 o'clock Eastern here on ESPN+. The 1-2 to Severson. Severson into shallow left center field. Coming in, making the play is Andrew Dent for out number 3. We go to the 7th. South Carolina tries to add insurance next.
It's all about getting the top 10 play of the week. That's why I'm going to teach you how to make a play look harder than it is.
Your new pitcher for Central, number 10, Tyler Schmidt. Moving to right field, number 27, Cameron Broderick.
Tyler Schmidt was left stranded on second base that last half inning. Now he's going to be on an island here in the 7th. The island known as the Mound. Tyler Schmidt on in relief of Cameron Broderick, who now moves out to right field. Broderick reaching that 95 pitch limit the last inning. So he's unable to pitch for the rest of the day and unable to pitch for the next 4 days due to that pitch count. But right now Wisconsin is trying to live to see another day of championship contention, facing the host team, South Carolina, made up of all-stars from a couple of area teams, and they've certainly proven they belong here. Going toe-to-toe with Delaware Saturday night. Trailing 8-0 in that game, and came back and came up just short 9-8 in that loss, and now they're involved in another one-run game on the right side of this one. Gavin Harvey, just 14 years old. He's at the plate, a rising 9th grader. Just think about that. He's finished his 8th grade year. And he's playing in the Senior League World Series. Youngest on the team, but coaches say he doesn't act like it and certainly doesn't play like it. What were you doing when you finished your 8th grade year? I was eating Doritos, watching Saved by the Bell reruns. Gavin Harvey says, that's nice. I'm playing in the Senior League World Series and I'm walking to first with my team up 3-2.
Now batting pitcher, number 9, Matthew Dixon.
Matt Schick here in the Senior League World Series press box at JB Owens Sports Complex. It's the 9th game we've had so far in this tournament. First game of the day. Matthew Dixon at the plate, finds the hole to the left side. Matthew Dixon with his first hit of the weekend. At 0 for 5 yesterday and finds the base paths with a single here.
Number 22, Hunter Jeter.
And now the pitcher, Hunter Jeter, now up. Going to try and make a comeback for Wisconsin. All the more difficult. Tyler Schmidt on the mound, the son of Coach Jerry Schmidt. This Wisconsin team had to battle through elimination games in the regionals just to get here. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. They lost to Michigan 18-7. And they beat them the next day in an elimination game 12-2. They were down 3-0 in the semifinal to Iowa, came back and won that game, trailed Ohio in the regional championship game, down 3 in the 4th inning and won it going away 8-3. This team knows how to come back in games. They weren't able to come back yesterday, lost 14-1 to Hawaii. 3 for 19 at the plate was Wisconsin. They got 5 hits today, just 2 runs. Jeter fouls that one out. Two on, nobody out. Jeter to short. Severson with it. It's going to go to third. Smart play. Really the only play. We're out number 1. So Garvey is down. Jeter's on first on the fielder's choice. And Dixon moves to second.
Now batting first baseman, number 12, Aaron Hood.
Aaron Hood looking for a less painful trip to the plate this time. He was hit in the back by Cameron Broderick the last time. One who inflicted the pain is now way out in right field. The 1-0. To short. Severson stumbles and he's safe. If he had gathered it, put his foot on the bag, it might have been a close play, but Severson unable to handle that ball. And now the bases are loaded with 1 out. It's a play you got to make. And had the second baseman Mahoney been allowed to grab that ball, he might have had it in time. So Dixon to third, Jeter to second, and Hood reaches with an error to the shortstop. Now it's Davis Bryson. Chance to blow the game open here. It's a 1-run lead. Bryson Offs that into right field. Broderick has it. The former pitcher now guns that one home. He's a starting pitcher. You can probably tell that with the hose. 95 pitches deep. He still has some fuel left in the tank.
Now batting right fielder, number 13, Justin Benjamin.
So an important second out there. And now Justin Benjamin with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Scoop there. He is willing to make plays there in the coach's box. All high, 1-1. South Carolina coaches said coming into this thing, our goal is to win this event, and we believe we can. That belief coming strong with each passing pitch, at least in this game, with a 3-2 lead. Due up for Wisconsin with the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. All out, 2-2. Schmidt's got to find the plate here. Tyler Schmidt with the 2-2. To third, down the line, and foul. The umpire down the left field line was pretty emphatic in the call, but there are dozens of people who disagree with that. Didn't get a great angle on that. But he was right there. No one had a better vantage point. And the umpire down the left field line, third base ump. So now we'll see if Tyler Schmidt can take advantage. Whether it was the right call or not, it's 2-2. That one is also foul. And Cliff Alexander, the coach for South Carolina, is beside himself. That one looks slightly less foul, if not more fair. And it goes over the bag. Fair ball. He's right there. Called it foul. It might have even, I don't even know if it hit chalk there on that bounce. Hard to tell from here. Let's see if he can do it again. Breaking ball. And the fans cheering fair ball. Baseball fans are the best, aren't they? Two and two. And now a full count, and the runners will be going. Three to two on the scoreboard. 3-2 on the count. To Justin Benjamin. Loser of this game eliminated from contention. Loser of this game will still play one more game on Thursday as a consolation against the loser of the Virginia-Delaware game coming up at 4 o'clock Eastern. Benjamin, ball 4. So he won't get the base hit down the line, but he does get the walk. And an insurance run for South Carolina.
Now batting center fielder number 7, Andrew Dent.
So Dixon scores the 4th run of the game. Now Jeter on third, Hood on second, and Benjamin on first. It's a 4-2 game. All outside, 2-0. That one's a wild pitch, but caroms right off the netting to De La Rosa. Typical collegiate field or major league field, and run might have scored. That was straight off the netting, and backstop about 20 feet behind home plate. And another walk and another run. Andrew Dent with the 4-pitch walk, and another run scored. Jeter touches the plate, and it is now 5-2. And Tyler's father, Jerry's going to come out and have a conversation here with his team. Jerry Schmidt was pretty confident today and just said, you know what, nothing is going to be new today when we come to the field. No pregame pictures, none of that stuff. Team hasn't been here in 10 years. These kids were in preschool and elementary school. The experience has certainly been new, but not today. Having a game under their belt yesterday, albeit a 14-1 loss to Hawaii. See if they have a comeback in them in the bottom of the 7th. It's an important game for this South Carolina club as well. It's an all-star team from local Little League.
Now batting second baseman number 1, Chip Jenkins.
Proven they belong here in this Senior League World Series, and now with a 3-run lead for Chip Jenkins. First pitch swinging, that's going to reach. Thought it would reach the seats, but it came back, and unable to make that catch was Jacob Carney. Would have been out number 3. Fans young and old taking this baseball in here in Easley, the new home to the Senior League World Series. It's been here since 2017. The 1-2 to Jenkins. Jenkins, shallow right field. And dropping the baseball is Jacob Mahoney. And 2 runs will score. Chip Jenkins shrugging his shoulders there at first. Cameron Broderick, the right fielder, throws his glove in disgust as a little disappointment being shown there as the second baseman Mahoney and Broderick.
Left fielder number 8, Christopher Mann.
Have some miscommunication on who is going to field that ball. Typically it's the one coming in, not the one going out, that takes charge of that ball, but it was on the mitt. Dropped, an error, a 2-run score, now 7-2. 2 errors today for Wisconsin. They had 4 yesterday. That one flies to left. Cranley's got it for out number 3. And now before a 4-run score in the inning, a 5-run lead for South Carolina. see if Wisconsin has a comeback in them to avoid elimination.
Pitch count for Schmidt is 39-39. We'd like to thank 5 Point Church and Guy's Pizza for feeding our volunteers today.
Back here in this elimination game in Easley, South Carolina, the J.B. Owens Sports Complex. South Carolina plating 4 in the 7th inning. In the top of the frame, assisted by an error. And now this all-star team of Easley Little Leaguers is District 1 in South Carolina, with a chance here to come away with a win here in the Senior League World Series. Jacob Carney at the plate. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. They've gone a combined 2 for 7 so far today. Carney, De La Rosa, and Baldwin with a couple of walks. Carney with a run scored today. At 1 o'clock Eastern, maybe a few minutes past that, we'll have Canada and New Zealand. Asia Pacific champs against Canada in another elimination game. Swing and miss, 0-2. Two separate modified double elimination brackets. 6 United States teams and 6 international teams. And the winner of each bracket will face off in the championship game coming up 5 days from now, this Saturday, 1 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2 on this very field. Mike Morgan and Chris Burke will have the call of that. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jeter with his 3rd strikeout in relief.
Now batting catcher number 24, Dario De La Rosa.
Dario De La Rosa has had an active day behind the plate. Has a double today. Tells us he does a great Kermit the Frog impression. I can do one, but you will not hear it on this broadcast. Now I'm being paid money to do it. Okay. No money exchanges on the Senior League Baseball World Series broadcasts. I apologize. 7-2 South Carolina. Three strikeouts for Jeter, looking for his 4th. 3-2 to the Kermit the Frog impressionist. And he walks. So a 1-out walk to De La Rosa. That'll bring up Joseph Balden.
Now batting third baseman, number 18, Joseph Balden.
It's the 3rd walk of the day for De La Rosa, the 4th time he's reached base. Joseph Balden has yet to reach base. Strikeout, a line out, and a fly out. Balden with a deep fly to left center field. Dent going back, tracking, under it, and makes the catch for out number 2. An 0 for 4 day for Balden. And Aiden Cranley, the last hope here for Wisconsin. Talking to Jerry Schmidt, Madison, about 250,000 people there in the community. Feels like a small community of support here for this team, according to Schmidt. It's that great community support there up in Madison for this team. And a bunch of them making the trip down here to South Carolina. Ten years ago, this team last made it to the Senior League World Series. Been to the regional every year, and 10 years later, they're finally here. Easley, South Carolina. Charlie Omahundro is the pinch hitter here for Cranley. Great opportunity for these kids to get at bats here in the World Series. Charlie got an at bat yesterday, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Low 2-0. Even though Wisconsin lost yesterday, 14-1, coach is telling us the team went back and watched the replay of the game on the app on ESPN Plus. Got a big kick out of it. Just forget how special it is. These kids get to play on ESPN. All the graphics over their names and something like the score bug, just something that's just very different for 13 to 16-year-olds, and it was not lost on them. Base hit back off the box for Omahundro. Charlie Omahundro with a 2-out single, and Wisconsin's not dead yet. Cameron Broderick now at the plate, today's starting pitcher for Wisconsin. For more than 95 pitches in the start. Wisconsin a couple of hits away from making it interesting. It's a 5-run margin here with 2 outs. Jeter has pitched very strong in relief. In relief of Tanner Tucker, who gave them a good start today as well. 1-1 now to Broderick. Jeter with 3 strikeouts from his right arm today. The 1-1 to Broderick. Broderick accurately pinpointing that one through the hole between third and short. And now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Broderick with his first hit of the day. keeps Wisconsin alive. Their 7th hit of the day. South Carolina with 7 runs on 7 hits. Wisconsin with 2 runs on 7 hits, as Coach Cliff Alexander is going to come out and discuss things with Jeter. So South Carolina can hold on. They'll play on Wednesday. Jeter, unfortunately, will not be able to pitch in that game on Wednesday, requiring 2 full days of rest from pitching after his 51 pitch outing today. And that's going to do it for Jeter. Or will it? Thought they handed the ball to somebody else, but Jeter's going to stay in there.
Number 8, Alex McHugh.
And why not? One more out to go. Alex McHugh now up. Last hope for Wisconsin. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Hunter Jeter on the mound. In there for a strike. That visit from Alexander may have just been to just settle him down. Just throw strikes. Let's make some plays. Got a 5-run cushion. Let's get out of here with a W. Fouls that one off, and it's 0-2. Members of the South Carolina coaching staff played in the Big League World Series when that used to be held here. An older age division. That went away. The Senior League World Series came this way from Bangor, Maine. And now this South Carolina team, a chance to get a win. Cliff Alexander, Hunter Dilworth, assistant coach. Played here in the Big League World Series. Senior League variety now. The 1-2 is outside, 2-2. And Wisconsin's a base hit away from the tying run coming to the plate. The 2-2 to McHugh. Swing and a miss. The 4th strikeout for Hunter Jeter. And South Carolina gets a win in the Senior League World Series.
To conclude today's game, final score, SC District 1-7, Central 2. Remember to visit our website.
Hunter Jeter, 4 Ks in relief. Ends it with a breaking ball, swing and miss of Alex McHugh.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Thanks for joining us.
And that ends it for Wisconsin. Their journey to the championship is over, but their journey here is not, as they will play one more game on Thursday in a consolation game. South Carolina survives and advances. They will play on Wednesday against the winner of Virginia and Delaware. That game coming up at 4 Eastern. 1:15, the scheduled first pitch coming up for New Zealand and Canada right here on ESPN+. The first of 4 games in the books. Thanks for hanging with us today in Easley, South Carolina. Once again, your final, South Carolina, District 1-7, Wisconsin 2. So long from Easley.